Hey, I'm Ted Santos, and you know me from Straight Talk. And today I'd like to have a really straight talk with you. You see the title here. Women complain that it's a man's world. It's not that it's a man's world, it's that the world around you has been, in every country on the planet, has been built by men. And I understand ladies will say, well, we supported you or we have children. Men could go to Mars tomorrow and build an entire civilization without women being there. And we can invite you up after it's been built. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. Women are putting themselves in a situation to lose and then say it's a man's world. Here's the deal. Today, I spoke to a woman about doing a podcast. Very attractive woman, married her high school sweetheart, had 4 children, and knew since she was a little girl that she wanted to be a mother. She knew that. Unfortunately, growing up as a child and a teenager, many people condemned her for having that desire. So she had to sort of lie and say, well, I want to be a lawyer or a doctor. But really what she wanted to do was to do a very important job, was to support her husband, be a great wife, and raise their children and prepare them for the world. And her oldest son is now about to marry his high school sweetheart. Many of you think this idea of marrying your high school sweetheart is outdated, played out, corny, stupid, oppression. Yet this woman, my God, you could hear the pleasantness in her voice and the happiness. So what you women would rather do, instead of marrying that high school sweetheart, you'd rather spend 10, 20 years playing around with a lot of different guys, juggling them, and claiming that you're having a good time with guys who never have the intention of marrying you. And you go through one bad relationship after another, which is just chipping, like just hammering away at your own long-term happiness. What I heard from this woman who married a high school sweetheart is that she had short-term and long-term happiness fulfilled and decided when her children were old enough, then she would go have a career. And that's what she has now, and she's very successful. But what the rest of you women do is chase your career and go through a string of bitter relationships and become bitter yourselves. And then you want men your age to want you in all your bitterness and your long string of poor decisions and bad relationships. And that's not counting whether you have become a single mother. Even if you're not, if you have no children, you've built this reserve of disappointment and bitterness, and now you have these presuppositions about what men are about, and you have no clue. And you killed off your happiness 10 years ago as opposed to just being with that guy who was right for you when you were young because you were told to try your options. And then you say, well, this is unfair and it's a man's world. Well, we built this world. And you tell these young women to go after the guy with money. And the guy with money is usually someone who's older and more established. So what you do is you set us up for the younger women. You set up older men to get younger women. And then you, as an older woman, believes you're now going to find some young guy who wants to spend the rest of his life with you, when he's just using you as like sort of kindling wood to get the fire started so he has experience. You're just the good time girl, and he's hoping to have great sexual experiences that he can learn and then take them to the woman who's his age or younger and be well versed in relationships and sexual intimacy. So you get used for that. And then you say it's our fault as men. You had the opportunity when you were younger. If you're smart, Like this woman who married her high school sweetheart, and she's in her mid 40s. She looks great. She took care of herself, which many of you women have not. This woman had 4 children and looks fantastic. And she sounds fantastic and happy. Why are so many of you women giving that up? Just so you can say you had this string of experiences with different men, and now you have a host of disappointment that you want men to accept and embrace? Huh, forget about it. Guys, these women who have been in the marketplace, they will bring you a string of their disappointments and expect you to have to tolerate and deal with the fact that, well, they had bad experiences and you have to be patient. And if you, as a man, are willing to deal with that, there's something good waiting for you. There's nothing good waiting for you. She gave that away a long time ago. Whatever was good she had waiting, it's not there anymore. She's just there for you to get your experiences. And then go find someone who has not had that string of playing the field and bad experiences. Tell me what you think. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications. And share this one with men and women. Ladies, you're playing yourself. And if you don't like it, pack up, go build your own civilization with females only. Goodbye.